guys, it's ANicWin, also known as Amy, and happy Sunday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am building in Strangerville, and this is technically in the Victorian section of the neighborhood, so it's in that upper right-hand corner of the map. However, this is definitely not a Victorian home. It does have some Victorian elements, but it's also got some Tudor elements. Honestly, this is just like a hodgepodge of a build. But I like it. I grew very attached to this home. I don't often play in the homes that I build, but I think I'm going to play in this one because I am so attached that I can't stand the thought of not using it, you know? And I realize that sounds very strange that I don't play in the homes that I build in. I never really have. I usually download other people's builds and play in those. I usually feel a stronger attachment, which is crazy because I didn't make them, but I don't know, that's just the way that it is, I guess. So I'm trying to figure out the roofing. It was a little bit of a challenge, not because I didn't know how to roof the build. I could have done it easily. I just didn't know how to make it look older. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I kept looking at the houses next door. I didn't have any sort of spiral area, so I couldn't really copy what they had going on, and I didn't want to do if you imagine the goth house, I didn't want to do the square flat roofing like they did up at the top because I really did not want a third level. Even if it was decorative, I just didn't want to do it. So I'm happy with what I came up with, but it was a challenge. It was definitely a challenge. Now I did go with this green swatch. I was going to keep it all kind of an orangey brown, keep it more muted, but I like that. I love that swatch. Actually, I can't even say like love it. And I don't feel like that swatch can be used just any old time. So it was kind of a win in Rome thing. So I saw it, saw my opportunity, and I went for it. So I'm pleased. If you don't like green, that is easily changed, and you could just pick a different color from the color options, and it's fine because they're all like that. The green and the posts in the front, the windows, they're all from the same pack. So you should find things that coordinate well together. Excuse me. So the outside came together fairly quickly. I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous that I even Googled this, but I'm building from reference images from an article that is titled Homes Near Area 51 for Sale, because I am definitely not from I don't even know where like is that considered the Midwest? I don't honestly know, but I'm definitely not from this area. Like it's just not. I've never seen a town like this. So I had to Google it to see what kind of houses that you would see, and that was the article that I landed on. And you won't find a house like this on there, but there is one. If you Google this article, there is one that is all white. It's like the fourth or fifth one down. It's near the middle. And it had this sort of porch on the front, like what I've done here, this two-layer, double-layer porch. I guess it's a balcony and a porch, but you know what I'm saying. So I had that on there. It's all white. It's an all-white house. I think it's atrocious, but I like the shape of it. So that's where the inspiration for this came from. The rest of it just came kind of out of my head, which is probably why it's a hot mess express, but that's the extent of that. I tried to use Pinterest for this one to get something a little more solid, and I didn't know what to search because I didn't know what to call this. So it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. We're cool. I jumped into the kitchen as the first room to build. I did do the wallpaper and flooring off camera. Actually, I recorded it but didn't include it because I changed it so often. I wasn't really sure of the color palette on the inside. I knew I didn't want to go green. I didn't want it to be too matchy, and ended up going with a muted yellow and blue on the inside. Now, if you're about to tell me that the tiles on the wall aren't blue, please don't. They look blue to me. They could be green. I honestly don't know, but I think they're blue. They look blue. And I did go with the Parenthood countertops. I always want to say Parenthood stuff, and it's not a stuff pack. I tried not to use them. However, I really wanted to use a sink that was in that style, and the country kitchen sink is just a little too narrow. So I bit the bullet. I bit the bullet. I was trying to branch out a little bit, but I think it's okay. It works. The other build, the next build that you're going to see, I don't use those countertops, so I think I'm fine. Now, I did make this little breakfast nook. Your Sims will not be able to sit at the love seat area, but they will be able to sit at those two chairs. I thought maybe that, the girls would sit here and do homework or eat breakfast in the morning while her, mom and dad got ready for work or did whatever it is they needed to do. I do give them this little back entryway, mudroom moment. It's not an actual mudroom because it's not a separate room, but I don't know this isn't a hall tree, right? I don't really know what this is called. But I gave them one. It's just a place to store, coats, jackets, shoes, backpacks, keys, stuff like that. Every home has a place like that, so I just went ahead and threw one in. I do give them a cat as well, and you're about to see me throw down the little food bowl. I almost forgot what that was called. It's been that kind of a day, guys, but it's a little food bowl, and I'm pretty much wrapping up the kitchen. You're gonna see me decorate the countertops, of course, and on top of this, because for some reason I decided that the medium wall height was the wall height to go with. Who am I and what did you do with Amy? I hate the medium wall height. I don't like the tall wall height either. It looks so empty. I don't know, it's just not my favorite thing, but I thought it worked here. It made it look more open and bright. And I actually really enjoyed decorating this space, surprisingly. Now, this is not my style of house necessarily. I don't really know what my build style or what my decorative style is. I think I tend to like a boho style. Actually, you know what? You know the store Earthbound? Mix that with like World Market, and that's me. With a little bit of Hot Topic. And I think you have me. I like things that I don't know. That's just kind of my thing. So not quite rustic, not quite farmhouse chic. Yeah, anyway, you guys don't care. You don't you don't care. You didn't ask. But yeah, so I'm just decorating. I did throw in a coffee pot. I did try to add a duck. I don't know why. I felt like he needed to be in the kitchen, and then I decided that was weird. So I did delete it. And then we're gonna jump into the dining room. Now the dining room is really small. I will say I play tested all of the chairs. Your Sims can sit at all of them. It is a 4-person home, so those are extra chairs, but maybe they have family in the area. Maybe they have formal dinners often for work. I'm not sure. Maybe they just really like to entertain. You're gonna want a space for that. And if you just heard that noise, I'm playing with my pop socket because I do that as a habit. I'm sorry. That was really rude. But then I jump into the downstairs bathroom. Now this was going to be just a half bath, excuse me, and I was going to put an ensuite onto the master bathroom. But I decided since I had the space, why not just go ahead and add the tub shower combo to the room. There's really no need not to do it. There's no guest space in this home, so it's not like they need a guest bathroom, And then we just flush out the living room here. Now I did decide to go full blue and brown in this room. I thought it looked cozy. Now the furniture style is a little bit more antique-y than I would choose. But I think, just this blend of modern elements or contemporary elements, if you will, with the older elements kind of gives me the vibe that maybe this home was one of their parents' homes and they've just inherited it, on down the line. And they've just kind of kept some of the furniture pieces in the home, because in my head, if they've inherited the home, they inherited the stuff in the home. But that could be wrong. I don't really know. That's my storyline, and I'm sticking with it. I always give kids something to do in the living room. I don't really like the idea of keeping kids in their room, without the ability to be in other spaces and enjoy them. They also live in the home. That just doesn't feel realistic to me. And then I do give the cat this little window nook. And I don't think the cat can get up in there. However, so I think it's purely decorative. However, I thought that was so cute. There were actual tears in my eyes as I was making that because it was so precious. I don't know if that cat statue is the actual cat that they have. But maybe, like I said, I haven't made the family, but I might. And if I do, I will try. Try to give them that cat. I'm not good with Create a Pet because I don't go there. I usually just adopt. But yeah, no, I really like this living room, even though it's not my preferred style, as we've established. I could hang out here. This looks very cozy. It looks very homey and friendly and warm, and yeah, it just looks like a place that you'd sit and watch movies with your family, or while somebody's reading, maybe your kid's coloring. the cats just off basking in the sunlight. It just looks like a very happy, warm environment. And then we jump into the hallway now, or entryway, foyer. You could use any of those words. This isn't anything fancy. I didn't want it to look like it was super put together. So I do give them a little bit of that male clutter, some plants. There's going to be a chess table here in just a moment because, like I said, Dad is a scientist. He's going to need the logic skill. And a little place to sit. I didn't really know what else to include in here because it is a narrow space with those tall walls. So it's not super full, but it's also not empty. I am very pleased with the way that turned out. You're not going to see the upper hallway get decorated because it's pretty much the exact same. Just a different, I think I give them a love seat instead of a couch. Or I'm sorry, a love seat instead of a chair, but it's relatively the same. And then we jump into the master bedroom here. I know I said I wasn't going to do green on the inside. I lied. I did green in this bedroom only, and that's just because I had never seen that bed swatch and I needed to use it. It had to happen. I don't make the rules, okay? I don't make the rules. If something sparks joy, you go with it, as long as you're not hurting anyone, right? Okay, don't be a jerk. But you know, if you see a bedspread that sparks joy, go for it. Well, like, what's the harm? You know, are you gonna really pass that up? No, you're not. You're gonna do it. You're gonna live in the moment. Or at least that's my mentality. Now, I did give them a couple of are those vases? Pots? Clay pots. I don't really know what they are, but they're from Jungle Adventure, and I give them a couple of pictures of like mountains, Mount Komorebi. I thought maybe they travel if the husband is a scientist, particularly a research scientist. Maybe he's going to different places every now and then to collect data. And then on their dresser here, I did give them the cards. I thought maybe they had an anniversary recently. And those 2 plates, maybe that's a Mother's Day gift from school that the girls brought and she wanted to display them, but she didn't want them to get broken, so she put them in her bedroom. I thought that was just really cute. And then we jump here into the office. I wanted to say study. It's not really a study. It's a little too small in my mind to be called a study. Dad's a little unkempt, okay? He's a little cluttered. He's not the most organized of individuals. He likes collectibles, which same bro, so do I. He's got some elements just kind of haphazardly hanging out. He's got some files. He's not really worried about security. His office is purely here because it was their spare room. If it was up to him, it'd be in the kitchen. He doesn't really care where it is. He just needs a space to work. That's just kind of his mentality. His wife is like, honey, I love you, but if you don't keep this in its designated space, we're gonna have a problem. So this was their compromise. And for such a small space, I think it turned out really well. I think it's kind of cute. I would not really want to work in here, I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. I like the windows. I would want to go outside. This is my thing. I would just want to be outside all the time. I wouldn't get much work done. I'd want to be out on the balcony. That's to the right there. But that's just me. When the sun's out, especially if there was like a rocking chair, oh no. You would not find me inside. Wouldn't happen. And then we jump into the girls' bathroom. Now, this is also the only bathroom on this floor, so it's technically the parents' as well. I do go for a very pink and teal. There's some purple in there as well. A bathroom with the elephant theme. It's how it worked out. The elephant's on the shower curtain with the elephant picture. It's also an elephant trash can. I mean, I went hard with it, okay? But it's just how it worked out. I don't hate it. By any means, I don't think it's my best bathroom, but bathrooms aren't really like my favorite room to build, but I thought it was appropriate for the kids. Now, this is the older child Sims room. I was going to make it the younger child Sims room, and it just didn't happen that way. I think she's a little bit more social. I give her the science table, so I'm thinking she's definitely, you know, smart. She's got the brain power, but she's just a social butterfly. So she's probably that kid that gets notes sent home from school because she was talking in class because she's just so excited. You know, to make friends and just be in the know, but she's also making good grades. I give her a few elements here like the hairdryer and the nail polish to show that she's getting older. She's not quite a teen, but you know, she's also not a little child. And then this is her siblings room. Now, I think they're both girls, but this is definitely more gender neutral than the other room. I think she's a little bit more shy, not not cripplingly shy, but just she's more quiet. So she prefers to observe. She prefers to kind of step back and take note of the scene and not really be involved. I think she definitely has friends. I don't think she's struggling with that or anything, but yeah, she just kind of prefers to sit back and take it all in. Whereas her sister is like, throw me in, coach. I'm ready. You know, she wants to be in the mix of it, and her sister definitely does not. This room is very sweet. I think it's very yellow. There are some elements of pink. I said it was gender neutral. If you got rid of that one painting, it really would be gender neutral. You could put a male or a female sim in this one. The other one is definitely a female room, but you could tone that back. Either could be for a boy, or you could put the boy in the purple and blue room. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I don't think you should really gender kids that way. You know, if they're interested in a certain theme or design, let them be interested in it. They're only kids for a little while, so you know. And then we jump into the front yard. So I did decorate both balconies. I don't think I showed the top one. Maybe I showed a little bit of it. I just watched it, and that's how bad my memory is right now. But we're doing the landscaping. I just struggle with this because it looks like it's a lush section of the world, but we're in the desert. So it felt really inappropriate to go too lush with it. You know what I mean? So I just kind of tried to mimic what was on the outside. And then I do the backyard. Now I'm actually gonna leave you guys here because there's not much more of the build left. You're about to hit the screenshots, and I'm just gonna kind of fill this area out a little bit. Feel free to let me know what you think down in the comment section below, or you can reach out to me on any of my social media. It's all linked for you below. I will see you guys next Sunday when I post my next video. And in the meantime, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and a wonderful week. Bye, guys.